What's up, everyone? I did a video a while back on the most expensive Jeep Wrangler JL, the new generation, and I had some people suggest why not give fair play and turn that into a video of the cheapest Jeep Wrangler JL, the new generation you can get. So sure, why not? Here it is. It's going to be $28,190. That's the price of the vehicle and destination. Throw about 6% tax into it, you're at $30,000 or a couple hundred above it. So you may pay less than 6%. You may pay more. You may have a trade-in. And there's 41 plus states that give tax credits, which would kill out your taxes. But just for the sake of arguing, we'll use a median range tax, destination, and the price of the vehicle. So it's $28,190. It's the very cheapest Jeep Wrangler JL you can buy. About 30 grand with tax. But in that, you got to understand the difference in the $30,000 and the video I did of the $60,000 top of the line Jeep Wrangler a short while back. I may put a link to that video in the description here. Is quite a bit. However, the frame itself, the box of the Jeep, the window, that's all the same. So you're getting a blank canvas here to work with. You also need to know something else. In order to get this, your Jeep Wrangler, there's a picture with the top down, put the top back on, and the doors back on. That's what you would get for about 30 grand out the door. Now, Jeep remains about the only vehicle that I'm aware of anyway that you can still buy with no air conditioning, manual roll down doors or door windows, and manual locks. No AC. You can still get all that in the Jeep Wrangler, which is what this is. For this price, you're getting the very basics. You're not going to have air conditioning. You're not going to have power doors or power windows. You're going to have a basic radio. But you're going to have fun because you can chuck your own money at it. A couple hundred here, a couple thousand there to make it your own. Whatever you want to do. You've got a blank canvas here. It's also going to be a little easier to handle the any damage if you're up on the trails on a $28,000 Jeep than it is on a $60,000 Rubicon. Not that any of that doesn't hurt, but it's part of the deal. You're going to get all the same advantages that the new JL has as far as the better ride comfort, stuff like that. You're going to get a soft top. Another thing here, I used to be big into side-by-sides. Today's 4-seat big side-by-sides, they're in the low to mid-30s. And you can't drive them on the street in most places. You don't have a bigger engine. They're easier to insure. You don't have to tow your side-by-side somewhere. You're driving it. Yeah, the windows and the doors and the roof can come off, just like in a side-by-side. So, kind of got to go with this over a side-by-side anymore because they're getting so expensive. The engine's going to be the same. And this versus the Rubicon or Sahara package. There's add-ons you can add on, of course. Now, one thing I would suggest Let me see if I can find it here real quick. We will take this two-door here, and we will go to so you can add even to the two-door. Oh, by the way, it also comes with a manual transmission. You can add automatics, a couple $1,000. You can add anti-spin, rear axles. It comes with a 345 gear axle. But what I wanted to show you, hopefully I can find it here real quick, is, maybe I can't find it. There you go. I would, if you're in a climate that has warm summers, or you live in a warmer climate, or like even in Montana, you know, it's in the high 80s and the 90s in the summer, I might consider adding this. If you're looking for the cheapest and want to do one upgrade, I might consider adding the air conditioning. It's $1,300. Now, granted, if you just don't need it and don't care, that's fine. But you're not going to be able to add it as cheap and as easily. It's going to be a pretty good undertaking to add that. And if it comes out of the factory, it's fully warranted, it's tested, it's ready to go. That's one thing that I probably would have to add. Other than that, if I was looking for the bone stock cheapest, maybe I wanted to do my own aftermarket mods, this would be a pretty good thing to go. I mean, after all, I know in this modern age and stuff, it's great to roll down a window by just pushing a button and stuff like that. But every now and then, it's not too bad to manually roll down a window. So that's got its advantages. As you can see, you can upgrade tires, wheel styles, roof. You can take this where you want to take it. But this video was simply, let's determine what the cheapest you can buy a Jeep Wrangler JL for. And I apologize for my voice. I've had a heck of a cold and sore throat and even a chest congestion now for 10 weeks. But, you know, there's people that's had it longer. So I'm not complaining. You get a little Uconnect with a 5-inch display. You know, there's all kinds of things you can add. But the point is, $30,000 out the door based on the national average. That's the price of the vehicle. That's the destination charge and the 6% tax. Excuse me. Again, could be a few more hundred more or less, depending upon your taxes and if you have a trade-in or not. You know, I'm just assuming you walk in off the street and want to buy one. It's 6% tax, but that's not bad. $28,190 only excluding tax. And you've got the whole palette, everything. You can customize it and make it yours until your heart's content. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. It's not quite as extensive as the Jeep Rubicon one because I don't have as many options to go through. But it's neat. I would certainly consider this too. I mean, come on. It's a Jeep. It's off-road capable. Right out of the factory. Can't go wrong with that. And it's right at 30 grand. So, something to consider. You know, it's something really to consider there. Take an interior look here if we can real quick. Yeah, there you go. It's got all the upgrades the JLs have. You know, ride comfort, all that stuff. So $30,000 is the cheapest end. This, by the way, is a two-door because we were looking for the very cheapest. And my other video on the $60,000 Jeep was a four-door Wrangler. I believe if you wanted to go to automatic transmission, I think it's a $2,000 upgrade. Is that correct? I know the difference in price in the 17 and the 18 is $3,000. And yeah, it's $2,000 to upgrade to the manual or the automatic transmission. It's $1,295 to add the air conditioning. Of course, you can add a hard top. It's all up to you. Or you can do it yourself in the aftermarket world. So if we threw the automatic on, we'd bring $30,190. But we are looking for the cheapest. So there you go, guys and gals. Don't forget, if you're going to buy a new Jeep and you're considering trading one in, you want to do that with a dealership, because in 41, 42 states offer tax credits. That's your tip for the day. If you bought a $30,000 Jeep and you had a trade-in worth, say, $15,000, then you're only going to be taxed on the difference, which would be $15,000. That saves you there too. So that's all I got for you today, guys and gals. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe if you would.